Hi there, I'm Christine and this is the Nomadic Budgeter. On this channel, I use zero-based budgeting and cash envelopes to fund some pretty big adventures on a variable income. I am a seasonal employee, which means that I work between 7 and 8 months out of the year, and in between that time, I need to bridge the gap with the money that I make while I'm working so that I can fund my travels. In today's video, we are going to be planning my paycheck for the second week of March. This paycheck is the smallest one I've gotten all winter, and it's just because simply I was out sick for a couple of days during this week, and my paycheck reflects that. I usually rely on overtime in order to be able to fund all of my different categories. And not only did I not have overtime, but I just did not have all of the regular hours either. So we are working with $605 to plan for this budget. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is going to be the March 8th paycheck. And today we are going to be taking a look at the bills that are coming up for this period. And there's two bills that I need to plan for. So on the 14th, I need to put money away for car insurance. And that total amount that we're going to do is $40. And then for the 17th, I have my car wash subscription coming out. And that is $33 for the month for unlimited car washes. This will be the last time, I believe, that I pay for this because I'll be moving afterwards. Okay, so income amount, $605. The total between these two is $73. So 605 minus 73 is 532 remaining. Up next, looking at my cash wallet for weekly expenses. Last week, I actually did not spend money from groceries, but I'll definitely need to get a few things this week. I've just been making do without, so we're going to put $50 into that. Dining out, I'm going to bump that up just a little bit to $20, just because I think I have a outing planned with some friends, so I want to make sure I have some money for that. Drinks, we're going to do $20. Again, last week I didn't buy any of my energy drinks, any coffee, anything like that, so I'm going to need some money for that this week. And then gas is getting its typical $40. Not able to put anything into spending this week, but that's okay. I would rather fund some of these other categories. So calculating my cash wallet is $130. And if I subtract that from 532, we're looking at $402 remaining to work with. Into my high priority, a couple of things have changed here. Well, pretty much one big thing is that if you watched my unstuffing and condensing, you will see that the taxes, where I was setting aside $128 a week in order to be able to pay those on time for federal. Once I finished all my state taxes, I was a resident of 2 different states last year, and I worked in 3 different states last year, so it was kind of complicated. Basically, between what I had already set aside and what I'm getting in refund from state level, that will cover, it's actually a little bit more than what I needed to cover the federal. So I reallocated some funds that I had set aside, and then I'm just borrowing from my emergency fund for this, and then everything that I get refunded from state tax returns will go to reimburse my emergency fund, and it should be totally even. So that way I don't need to worry about putting this $128 away every week, which is a lot coming off my shoulders, because a week like this, that's a lot of what I have available. So for month ahead, we are actually going to scale back a little bit for this week. Typically the minimum, or the planned minimum amount for these high priorities is what's written in or typed in these columns here. I am scaling back from some of these categories a little bit, just because I need to put some money in my sinking funds. It's been weeks. There are some that just like I need to stuff every week, and then there are some where I know that I need things, and I'm gonna need to take care of some things. So I'd rather have a little bit remaining after these high priority and put some money in my sinking funds, and then I have some overtime coming up and stuff like that, so I can catch up on these. But also, what I'm scaling back on here is month ahead. And I looked at my different subcategories of my month ahead planning, and there are some things that I can scale back on during that. So if I didn't catch up this amount, then I would be okay. I think it's this like $27 or something like that I'm behind. I would be okay. I would just have to make a couple of sacrifices during that time, but it's not like bills that are getting missed. Debt, I'm gonna hold steady with that at $40. Emergency, I am only gonna be able to put $10 in that this week. And then travel, I scaled it back a little bit, kind of more of a bare bones to 200 just for this week. And again, like I said, I'm gonna try to catch that up. But I need a little bit more wiggle room in my budget right now. I've been very, very good, and I just don't want to be too restrictive if I can give myself a little bit of space. So adding up what we're doing for high priority, we are putting, backspace, 200. Okay, it's $303 for my high priority sinking funds. Out of the 402 that I had left, that gives me $99 remaining to work with in all these different sinking funds. So looking at sort of the higher priorities of these first, I always like to do P.O. Box, which is an annual fee that's due in the autumn. So we're doing $6 there. $5 in registration, which is due in late autumn. So let's go here, $99 minus 6 minus 5. We're at 88. Car maintenance is going to get its bare minimum this week of $18. I cannot wait until I can start putting some more money into that. So we're at $70 remaining. Let's see, I want to give self-care some good amount of money, and I think based on what I have in self-care right now, let me check on that. So for self-care, currently at $292 for this, so I want to give this, okay, we're at 70. I give this $8. And I want to even out the nails, so let me give that $9. And then body, I'm gonna give that $5. And that means nothing for hair. And I'll give hair $5. So I want to give self-care $27. Those are some things that like, they're just overdue. They're already overdue for me to take care of. So yeah, it's important for me to be able to put some money into that. So we were at 70 with these out. So let's take 27 out of that. So I've got 43 remaining. Let's put, 13 into gifts. Let's put 15 into provisions. So it's got 15 remaining. I want outings. I completely depleted that one. So I want to put 5 into outings. Yikes. I want to keep funding technology, so 5 technology, so 5 remaining. I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, I can do $1 in each of these. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep. That way everything is getting touched. So let me add up these columns. So 1, 15, 18, 5, 6, 5, 50, 1, 49. Yeah, I can tell already. 50 plus 49 is 99, so that is a zero-based budget. Okay, we got there. I'm happy with this. I mean, this was a low paycheck amount for me, especially considering I don't work every week out of the year. I don't work consistently, so I have to make the times that I am working and I am under contract lucrative, and that's not a complaint. This is the lifestyle that I choose, so I can have a balance between experience and money. But this is a great, this is why this journey is working for me, because I'm kind of feeling the pinch sometimes. I'm kind of feeling like I'm being as responsible as I can with my money, and I'm seeing that those gaps of employment and that time during travel really does have a significant financial impact on me, both from day to day and what I'm able to do, which feel like manageable sacrifices, because I know the reward is coming in the near future. But I also look and see, like, you know, I'm not funding anything for long-term future out of this right now, but that's going to be phase 2. Right now, I'm still trying to clean up some messes that I've made. I'm trying to get myself in a decent position with my emergency fund. I know I'm only putting $10 into it this week, but I'm already at a little over $2,000, so I'm really aiming for that $3,000 mark here as part of my phase 1 of my journey. And if you don't know what I'm referring to, I will link the video below where I talk about I'll link the video up here in the card where I talk about what my financial goals are that I'm working on right now. So I thank you so much for following me on this journey. If you made it this far in this video, thank you so much for being here. I hope you consider subscribing, leave me a comment, say what's up. Let's get some engagement going. Let's build a community. I love this budgeting community here on YouTube, and I would really like to be a contributing partner in that. So let's connect. And I will see you on the next one.